Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on our Wednesday webinar. We're joined today by the lovely Leon Hand from Celebrity Cruises. You've also got my fantastic colleague, Gemma, and the new girl amongst us who started on Monday, Vicky Edwards, is also joining us today. So as always, we like to start it off with a little bit of an if only update. So we'll go through that and then we'll hand over to Leon. Oh, love technical. Here we go. So just wanted to remind you, introducing If Only to yourselves. Our main core destinations are Arabia and Indian Ocean, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, USA, Canada, Caribbean, Mexico, and Bermuda. So realistically, everywhere long haul near enough. All of our products are hand selected to only offer the best quality luxury products. We are an affordable 5-star alongside a selection of high quality 4-star properties, but we are a luxury tour operator, so we always kind of go for that 5-star and above. We have an extensive range of luxury beach resorts to offer to your customers, quirky boutique gems, and elegant city hotels across all of our destinations. And as a reminder, this year we did embark on a brand evolution piece, and we actually reduced our offerings by 20%. Don't forget, we still offer the single centre and multi-centre holidays. We do the tailor-made private touring. We work with a huge group of touring partners. We hand select bespoke honeymoon and wedding packages. We offer long haul luxury cruising, which is exactly what we're here for today. We also do private yacht hire. We have trains in Asia, India, and lots of different destinations, villas in the Caribbean, self-drive adventures in the USA, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And all of the above will allow us to create a package that is delivering on yours and your clients' expectations. So here's the team. We do need to add Vicky into this, but as you can see at the moment, the UK is still split in two. Gemma's head of sales for the north, I'm head of sales for the south. We've got the lovely Tracy, who's not with us today, our sales director. And when we're not around, you've always got Denise in trade support. But these are the people that you're speaking to on a daily basis. This is our sales team. These guys are the experts. They know the destinations, the products inside out. You can contact us via email and also pick up the phone, but we really like to show you that these are the faces to the names, the people that you speak to on a daily basis. So if you haven't logged on to ifonly.net recently, please do. Our agent website has been updated. We've got Google mapping. We've also now got TripAdvisor reviews, lots of offers that you can now select, different destinations and different types of offers that you can pop onto social media or print out if you're in a store and advertise to your customers. There's lots of destination information on here, agent incentives, loyalty scheme. So if you haven't, do head over to ifonly.net after this session and have a look at all the amazing things that we have on our agent website. We also have our fantastic brochures. These brochures are available on ifonly.net, or you can order them through Tradegate. We still have the 5 editions, including our ocean indulgence, and also a couple of mini brochures on there for you to have a look at also. So this is what we're here for today. We're talking about our ocean indulgence program. So here at If Only, we only work with selected cruise lines. We only work with cruise lines that are 5- and 6-star partners. We combine this with an extensive range of luxury hotels and touring program. We have an experienced department that are able to tailor make and bespoke cruise and stay itineraries, and they've got over 50 years of combined cruise experience. We have a cruise concierge, and we pay commission on all elements. Just a quick reminder that we do have lots of incentives out in the market at the moment. If you haven't signed up for our loyalty card scheme, please make sure you do. And if you're not already on the If Only Partners Facebook group, make sure you join up today. So just a reminder of what's coming up after our Wednesday webinar this week. We have a showcase next week, our evening event. We've also got a South Africa showcase. Our South Africa launches with us very, very soon. And 2 more Wednesday webinars to get us to the end of the year. All of the information about these is always on the If Only Partners Facebook group, so make sure you join today. And then these are the contact numbers you need. If you're inspired today by Leon and the Celebrity Cruises, you need to get through to reservations to get some pricing. So here's our telephone number, 0141 955 4000. You can reach us on email, beach.sales@ifonly.net or tailormade.sales@ifonly.net. Anything for after sales, we do have an after sales contact number as well. And if you're not in our WhatsApp group for offers, please do drop myself or Gemma a quick email after the session today with your mobile number and we'll add you in. We like to send you weekly offers with all the imagery that you can put onto your social media sites as well. So that's enough from me. We're now going to hand over to Leon from Celebrity Cruises and he's going to take you through their incredible product.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to If Only for having me. And thank you to you for attending this morning. I promise you that this will be a real roller coaster ride. And strap yourselves in because I've got some incredible images to show you. I've got a little movie to show you. And I'm going to really open your eyes when it comes to what you think luxury really is. So you see our beautiful ships there, aren't they gorgeous? That is Celebrity Apex, one of our Edge series ships, and Charlotte's going to be my mover honor. So I'm going to be Sir Chris Whitty. And what I want to do, first of all, is what I like to do and what I think we need in this industry is simplicity. Am I right? They're all big white ships and they all say the same thing. We are the best. So what Celebrity does and what Celebrity does differently is it maintains extremely high standards of luxury, attracting very discerning, affluent people who will pay more for the finer things in life, but keeping it simple. Many trade partners and travel agents are put off selling cruise altogether because they think it's complicated, and sometimes it is. The customers think it's complicated, I have to dress up. It's not. So what Celebrity does, and what Celebrity does that nobody else does, is maintain real luxury, but keep it simple and relaxed and non-formal. Next slide. So again, I want to keep things simple. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to understand and sell Celebrity Cruises, because again, as I said, we all fall into the big white ship syndrome. There are 5 proven areas of lifestyle.
Leon, you've muted yourself.
Okay.
We got 5 simple areas.
You would not believe this, would you? I do this day in, day out, and I'm still muting myself. How many times have you heard the phrase, you're on mute? Right, okay. I won't touch the keyboard. 5 areas that you need to think carefully about when it comes to attracting the right client. Because these 5 areas are where we win awards and where we deliver excellence and where we beat the competition. You have to think about what's different and unique. And this goes for every operator and every cruise line. Don't just give them the boring shopping list of fabulous food and wonderful entertainment and great accommodation. That's not enough. To attract the high-end, high-spend client that Celebrity Cruises has and wants, and that's why we work with If Only. Think about the culture vultures, the people that love to spend time in resorts and cities to explore and adventure. Think about people that appreciate really good design, beautiful hotels, very, very luxurious, spacious accommodation, suites with jacuzzis, but also the foodies. Who is a foodie here? Who loves to eat? Gemma definitely is. So is Vicky. So am I. But do you spend good money on food? Do you appreciate good food? Are you adventurous? These people will dine out all the time and they appreciate excellent cuisine. And the last one has never been more important in a world which is in a post-pandemic world. Wellness, well-being, health is so important now more than ever before. And what we do is we deliver an experience that comes through in these 5 ways. And I want you to think about that. Click. I'm just going to say click now, Charlotte, instead of next slide. So talking of simplicity, And this is particularly attractive to luxury clients. What they want is they want simplicity and quality and ease and value more than anything else. The price becomes irrelevant. That's why all included is a winner, because this is a fare that includes drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi for every guest in every stateroom every time if they choose it. Click. So again, simple, keeping things simple. There are 3 ways to book and enjoy a cruise with Celebrity. The first one is cruise only. If you are price led, if your client is price led, they just want the cruise and that's all. This is what they book. And when you see the lowest available fare, it will be cruise only. Click. That's the best rate. The best value is all included. Who wants a big bar bill at the end of their holiday? Who doesn't want to be connected to the internet? 2 very, very common things. So if you upsell your clients to all included, they're going to get a classic drinks package with basic Wi-Fi and the tips completely included for every single time, every holiday. However, if you want the very, very best for your clients and they are looking for serious luxury, you go for the retreat. 1, 2, 3. The retreat is what we give our clients who book a suite. And the retreat is the suite concept. This is where I am at the moment. I am in the retreat sun deck. And every guest who books a suite not only gets their private part of the ship, but they get an upgrade to premium drinks, premium Wi-Fi, as well as their tips. Every guest will get up to $400 on board credit. That is incredible value. So think 1, 2, 3. Cruise only, all included, the retreat. Click. And talking of the retreat, oh my goodness, we are a serious player in the luxury market, and we are challenging the concept that luxury can only be small and boutique. We don't believe that. The Edge series of ships, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, what we say with them is more space, more options, more luxury. And guess what? If you are in the retreat, you have your own private area of the ship. You have your own outside resort, which is where I am now, just sunbathing in the Med. I wish. You have your own beautiful 24-hour lounge and a gorgeous Michelin-starred style restaurant. So if you're really, really savvy, always sell from the retreat down, because nothing beats the retreat. Click. And as if by magic, here we are. Now, I was on Celebrity Beyond last week for 2 weeks. I was working, by the way. I was hosting lots of educational groups. And I was blown away by how really beautiful this ship is and the way that we cleverly play with size and space. Because on Celebrity Beyond, you can see the private areas for guests and suites. They have now 2 separate decks of outside space to sunbathe, relax, and take in the views. And that's what you want when you're on holiday. Am I right? Especially when you cruise. Click. And you want this feeling of exclusivity. You want this VIP service. That's what you've paid for. That's what your clients have paid for. So you get to eat in the chicest, best restaurant on the ship, which is just for our guests in the retreat. And it's called Lumine. And to me, it rivals any Michelin-starred restaurant on land. Click. I love this place because it's very comfortable. And guess who designed it? Kelly Hoppen. She said, I want somewhere that is not over the top, that is warm and welcoming, but that oozes style and luxury. And she built the retreat for us. The lounge is just like any airline first class lounge at an airport, open 24 hours, and it's where our guests can relax day and night. Click. So just some theory. I always say they're all big white ships. You can read about this in a brochure. You can read about this online. But for those of you who don't know Celebrity, it's not about the number of the ships. It's about how innovative they are. We have about 15 ships at the moment, all in classes. Millennium, 4 ships, 2,000 passengers. Galapagos, We are serious players in the Galapagos. And again, if you want high-end, high-value bookings, you want to think about the Galapagos, because Celebrity Flora is the only ship in that part of the world that is all suite and all inclusive. Click. And our beautiful Solstice series, they blew everyone away when they were launched in 2008, because they're the only ships to have half an acre of beautiful, gorgeous green grass at the top of the ship called the Lawn Club. But I always focus on Celebrity Edge, because I say, if you forget everything I tell you and you remember one thing, it's Edge series. Because Edge series epitomizes everything that we say about ourselves, which is about innovation, forward thinking, cutting edge, but seriously luxurious. And these 4 beautiful ships are globally award-winning. Click. So I'm so excited that the 3 Edge series ships, they are in the Caribbean for the winter. They're in Europe in the summer, but Celebrity Edge goes down to Australia in winter 23-24. And she does a 52-night sailing from Rome to Sydney. Oh my goodness, I'd be the size of a house if I was on that sailing. But these ships, it's all about outward facing design. Our RMD says we zig when everyone else sags. If you look at the shape of the ship, it's different from every other ship. The bow goes the opposite way. It's called a parabolic ultraflow, so that we can spend less fuel and go faster. And we have the infinite balconies, which are actually floor to ceiling windows that take you to the edge. It's about bringing the outside in. And when you're on holiday, especially if you're cruising, you want to be outside in the sunshine. You want to be connected to the ocean. So these ships are what I call groundbreaking, game-changing, transformational, and revolutionary. Click. And there you go. And we also say, do you know what? It's not about what you say about yourself. It's what others say about you. And we've been voted not once, but twice by the US's biggest magazine as one of the top 100 places to be in the world. And I think that says it all. Click. So would you like to see where I've been for the last 2 weeks? I think you might have to click a button to make this optimized for sound, Charlotte. But I think there's a film coming next and it's going to blow your mind. So roll tape.
Okay, so let me just see. If it doesn't work with the sound, we'll reshare it.
It should be on the next slide. If it's not, don't worry.
Okay.
There we go.
Can you hear it?
Can't hear anything.
Oh. I can hear it, but you can't. Bear with me.
Okay, never mind.
We'll just hang on. It's okay. We'll just stop sharing for 1 second. Hi, everybody. And we'll reshare.
Now, if you can't get the sound, it doesn't matter because it's just music in the background and I can talk through it, which I'm happy to do. So we've got a plan B.
All right.
But let's see if it works.
Hang on. Right. Are you ready?
Yes. Wow. Am I right? Am I right? So everyone's going, wow. And to me, right, nobody comes close to what celebrity does and what celebrity is, because we've created our own position in the market. It's called New Luxury. So let's go to Alaska. Now, this is on the top of my bucket list. I talk about Alaska all the time. I research Alaska, and I'm going to tell you now, I still haven't been. I'm embarrassed. So, Celebrity Cruises in Alaska is offering some incredible bucket list once in a lifetime experiences. Click. And what I want to share with you is some facts. Alaska is huge. It's a wild frontier. And as you can see, it's home to 17 of the tallest mountains in North America. I'm a bit of a geek. We have volcanoes and volcanic fields. And there are 3 million lakes and 3,000 rivers in Alaska. Can you believe that? And it has more coastline than the rest of the US combined. That's huge. So that's just some reasons to go to Alaska. Click. And in Celebrities Alaska, we have not one, not two. Have you noticed the number 3 keeps coming up? 3 ways to book. 3 ships in Alaska. The power of 3. 2 of them sail from Vancouver and 1 from Seattle. And again, all this you can learn about in a brochure or If-Only's website. The most important thing to remember is every sailing is 7 nights. Every sailing you are guaranteed to see a glacier, and every sailing does what we call the Inside Passage, which is sailing through those huge blocks of ice that carve and are a natural phenomenon. Click. And just some information on our ships and where we go. So 3 ships, all 7 nights. Millennium has had a $78 million makeover. This ship is like brand new. And she goes from Vancouver to Seward, northbound, or Seward to Vancouver. You will always visit the glaciers, and it's the only ship to visit Seward, which is a beautiful port city in the north of Alaska. Click. Then with Celebrity Solstice, with the Lawn Club out of Seattle, we go to the Endicott Arm and the Dawes Glacier. The Endicott Arm is like a fjord. These places are simply breathtaking. And again, how else could you get up close and personal with nature in this part of the world if you weren't seeing it with celebrity? And finally, Celebrity Eclipse. Now, Eclipse might sound familiar because she was based in Southampton for many years. She's now in Vancouver, and she does 7-night Hubbard Glacier sailings. So I wanted just to give you an idea of the scale of Alaska and how far she has to go and round again. But she'll go right up to the north and go to the Hubbard Glacier so that you can see the ice carving and you can enjoy the world's most breathtaking sights. And it's the only ship to visit Sitka, which is the old capital of Alaska and has lots of architecture and remnants for when it was part of Russia. You see, I think when you are selling a holiday, right, I believe you need to be an expert or give your client some sort of fascinating information to draw them in. Am I right? It's not just about numbers and features. Now, the Hubbard Glacier is the largest tidewater glacier in North America. It's over 75 miles long and 7 miles wide. And you can also do helicopter rides, and you can also do hiking on the glacier. It takes about 400 years for the ice to traverse the length of the glacier, meaning that the ice at the foot of it is 400 years old. It's this huge expanse of ice that is slowly moving. It carves off icebergs the size of a 10-story building. And what your clients can see is those bits of ice coming away and then floating into the sea. So it goes into what we call Disenchantment Bay. And again, this is something that I want to see, and it's on my bucket list. It's a natural phenomenon. It's only in Alaska. And you might say, well, what is this to do with Alaska? How long is a piece of string? So rather than talk about celebrity, I want to give you just some inspiration on how you sell Alaska to your clients with If Only. Because whether they are city break fans or whether they're adventurers, whether they're into Outward Bound, whether they like the food, whether they like the sights, hiking, there is so much to do there. As you can see, there's some examples. Click, sorry. So why Alaska? We always say the big four: glaciers, wildlife, landscapes, and history. It is arguably one of the last wild frontiers on the planet. Every sailing, as I said, will go to a glacier and you will see the Inside Passage. And again, most of the ports that we visit, and Alaska is port intensive, you'll get a chance to get out and immerse yourself in the local culture and really taste what Alaska has to offer. So quickly, I'm going to talk about Caribbean before I finish off. We all look a bit of winter sun. We have many of our ships in the Caribbean. Don't forget, our 3 groundbreaking Edge series ships are in the Caribbean, mostly based in Florida. We also have one sailing from San Juan in Puerto Rico. And there's the highlights. So we have mainly 7-night and long Caribbean sailings from Fort Lauderdale. We have the beautiful Silhouette doing longer ones from Miami, and Constellation from Tampa does Panama Canal, another natural wonder and another place on my bucket list. We do overnights, and again, this is just a list, right? What is different? What's unique? Overnights. Overnights are going to draw your clients in, and we go to Aruba and Cartagena as well as other places. Click. I'm going to give you some examples of where we go. Some of these places are well known, like St. Martin. Some of them aren't, like Roatan, which is a beautiful island paradise 60 miles off the coast of Honduras. Puerto Plata, the gateway to Northern Dominican Republic, and so on. Click. And longer Caribbean cruises are more popular because you get to relax as well as seeing these beautiful islands. Click. I want to talk about our overnights. Aruba is a colorful ex-Dutch colony. Now, what is an overnight? It's an extra holiday because it's ultimately a city break built into the cruise. I always tell that to travel agents. Sell an overnight as if you're giving them 2 holidays, because the nature and the vibe of a place changes when the sun goes down. Am I right? And you get to feel this, the vibe and you experience the smells and the sounds and the sights of a city when the nightlife comes alive. And of course, the Panama Canal is one of the wonders of the world. Click. Cartagena in Colombia, one of the best and most beautiful preserved Spanish colonial cities in South America. Charming, pristine, and full of fascinating sights day and night. That's why we stay overnight. And Puerto Limon in Costa Rica is famous for being one of the rarest and most endangered tropical forest areas in Central America. Click. Has anyone been to San Juan? I've been to San Juan. It reminded me of Malaga. It's so beautiful and it's so Spanish. And of course, we go to smaller islands, the US and the British Virgin Islands too, as well as Tortola and Curacao. So we also have an offer which is 75% off the second guest and $200 on board credit that's running through to the 17th of November. So that includes all categories, all fares, cruise only, all included, and the retreat. And your customer will get up to $200 per person if they book by the 17th of November. So that's the end of the roller coaster ride. I hope that I've inspired you. I hope that I've made you not only think about celebrity, but rethink the whole concept of luxury. It's not a cruise. It's an incredible, luxurious lifestyle experience, and only celebrity does it. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Leon. Who's got the volume up? We're all in the same room here. Just be quiet a moment. Have you got your volume up? Is that better? I'm still vibrating. Can everyone hear me all right? But I'm just not vibrating. Amazing. Sorry about that. Thank you so much, Leon. That was absolutely fantastic. And it's so great that you focused in on the Alaska, because actually 70% of what we sell with Celebrity is Alaska. So such a great fit. And because we're able to offer all that touring, all that ground element with it, we're able to put together a fantastic itinerary with kind of a celebrity cruise at the backbone of that. So I was just having a look. We've had a few questions come through. We had a couple before the session as well. If anyone else thinks of anything else, if you want to pop it in the chat box, but a couple of questions for Leon. So we had a couple of questions from Debbie prior to the session. Her first question was, when do you think they'll restart cruises around Japan? Have we got any ideas? Or
we are looking at next year. I cannot tell you any more, but we are definitely looking at next year. We had to obviously pull Asia for this winter, but things are returning to normal, and we're confident that we'll be resuming them for next year.
Fantastic. That's really positive. And then also another question from Debbie. Have you got any suggestions of what cruises or what itineraries might be suitable for over 70s? I don't know if there's any ones in particular that tend to attract a slightly older demographic. Well, I suppose 70s is not old, is it? It's 70s and 60s.
No, 70s. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's most 70-year-olds are fitter than I am. So I would say it's down to the client. It's not, I don't like to pigeonhole people in age groups. I mean, the fjords and Scandinavia are very, very popular, but obviously they're going to be from the UK. I'm going to assume that people in the older age bracket don't like to fly very, very long durations. So it's Europe, but we do have our first ever winter sun program ever in the Med next winter from Barcelona, which goes to the Holy Land, and that's from Barcelona and Athens.
Oh, wow.
That might be an idea, with overnight in Alexandria and Jerusalem, and we also go to the Canaries and Morocco.
Okay. Well, people might have noticed, we're actually at the Elegant Resort offices today, which is our sister brand, and Elegant do work with Celebrity, and they do have a European product. Right. So if you have got any customers who'd be interested in that type of thing, give myself, Charlotte, or Vicky a shout, and we can hook you up with a contact at Elegant. So that's not a problem. And then kind of on the flip of that, Leon, have you got any kind of recommendations for maybe first-time cruisers? If they're kind of new to cruise, what's a popular one?
Absolutely. Well, again, I know that the Elegant Resorts, well, if only focuses outside of Europe. Is it okay if I talk about Europe to answer this question, Gemma?
Of course, yeah.
4-night Amsterdam and Bruges from Southampton, or Edge, Celebrity Edge, the beautiful revolutionary ship, does mainly 7-night meds from Barcelona and Rome. So they're ideal for your first-time cruises or your first-time Celebrity.
Perfect. I had somebody ask if they wanted to organise a ship visit. Julie asked, is that something that you have regularly? Do you have them at certain times of year? How could they kind of find out about ship visit opportunities?
They would speak to their account manager as their first initial point of contact. Because of COVID, we had to suspend all of our ship visits. We did a few this year. We usually do quite a lot throughout the summer. So they are in the plan for next year, all being well. We have very strict protocols on board that we have to adhere to.
Yeah.
But the first person you would speak to would be your account manager, because they're the ones that get their allocation for the ship visits and then go out to their travel partners.
Okay, so I guess for you guys, you might have a point of contact in the area that you're based.
Yeah.
But also I remember kind of from pre-COVID times, sometimes we'd very luckily get offered places on ship visits that we could then offer to our agent partners.
Right.
So obviously if that happens again next summer, we'll keep you guys posted. And then just had one more question. Are children allowed on retreat bookings? Is it adult only, or?
It's a question I get very often. And another comment is, we don't ever see families with Celebrity. The answer is absolutely yes, 100%. 100% families are welcome in the retreat. And And the suites particularly are ideal for families because they take between 4 and 6 guests. So go for it with families in the retreat. And there are amazing youth programming and kids club activities on the ship too.
Okay, great. And then last but not least, one of the agents asked, obviously you played us that amazing video, which inspired us all. Have you got a version of that agents could get access to use on their own socials and Facebook? I don't know if you can send us a link, which we can share with the guys that have joined us today.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'll send it to you definitely, so you can have it on your If Only agent portal.
Perfect.
But we also have our own portal, which is called Celebrity Central. And for anybody that uses social media to market, promote, and sell, we've got what's called a toolkit. At a click of a button, you can download a huge package of GIFs, 30-second videos, banners, and images just for Facebook and social media, including that video.
Perfect. That's amazing. So yeah, well, we'll get a copy of that from Leon as well, which we can share with you all, but then you guys can access the toolkit too. So I'm gonna mute myself, myself, Charlotte and Vicky are all in the same room, hence the reason we're having all these funny noises, but I'm gonna turn myself down, mute myself, and pass over to Charlotte for the exciting part. It's quiz time. So thanks for that.
Hi everybody. Right, so it's the final part of our Wednesday webinar. So hopefully you've got your phones ready or you've got your desktop open, because we're going to end it with Slido. So scan the QR code with your mobile device, enter your name. If you can't use your mobile, go to slido.com and enter the code 1214. We've got 6 questions, nice and quick to get the end of the session. And don't forget that we're giving away a bottle of champagne, and we're really going to test your knowledge and see if you were listening to everything that Leon had to tell us. So let's see who's joining in. So again, scan the QR code, that's it, yeah, or head to slido.com. See if we can get some more people in. We've only got one so far, and I can still see plenty of you still in. Oh, here we go. Brilliant. So we're all joining. Any problems? Pop it in the chat.
Am I allowed to play?
No.
Oh,
No, Leon,
okay.
because you would win, and then that would not be fair.
I thought I'd try. Okay.
So I'll just give it a couple of minutes, get everybody in. So we're at, there we go. There we go, still moving up. Oh, we had one drop out.
Change the mind.
Oh, we're back up. Just give you a couple more seconds.
Oh, Cheryl, it's not letting me join.
Cheryl, if you go to slido.com, try it that way, or rescan the QR code on your phone. I've just checked it. It's working for me. Yeah, you in? Brill.
She's in, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so if you're not in the next 30 seconds, you're not playing. All right. So everybody that's in, we are ready to go. Anybody else trying? I'm just keeping an eye on the chat box. Is anyone? I think we're all good. We're all good. Right. So we're going to start with the first question. Now, don't forget with Slido, it's fastest fingers first, and make sure you click submit when you select your answer. Otherwise, it doesn't accept it. So we're going to start with the first question. Which ships are based in Vancouver for Alaska sailings? Is it Eclipse and Solstice, Eclipse and Millennium, Millennium and Solstice, or Eclipse and Summit? Oh, four options to choose from. Let's see who was listening. All answers are in, right? And let's see who got it right. It was Eclipse and Millennium.
Ah, we caught them out.
We have. First question. Right, let's see what the next question is. Which Edge ships are based in the Caribbean? Is it all three, Edge and Apex, Apex and Beyond, or Beyond and Edge? Don't forget to submit your answers. I can see quite a few of you haven't answered just yet. It's counting down. Okay, so let's see who got this one correct. All three. Power of three. There was quite a lot of threes in your presentation, Leon. So hopefully that's given some good hints. Right. The third question. What is the name of the new 4th Edge series ship launching in the Caribbean next year? Is it Edge, Ascent, Apex, or Beyond?
Process of elimination.
Yeah.
Let's see who's answered it correctly. Oh, and it was Ascent. Well done. So we're going to have a quick look, see who's on our leaderboard for our bottle of champagne. So Suzanne, 2 out of 3, fastest fingers at the moment, followed by Julie, Fiona, and Kat and Kay. So it's all to play for. There's not much between you all. So last 3 questions. Which glacier does Celebrity Eclipse visit? Is it the Seward, the Dawes, the Non, or Hubbard?
These are hard.
Yeah. I didn't write the questions, just so you know. You did, Leon. So let's see. And it was the Hubbard. Okay, question 5. Where do we overnight in the Caribbean? Trinidad and Tobago, Aruba and Carntea, St. Lucia, St. Martin, Barbados and Barbuda. I mean, this one, everybody's got to have remembered. Let's have a look. And we still didn't get a full house, but the answer was Aruba and Carntea. Brilliant. Okay, so last question. Which ships in the Caribbean and Alaska have been revolutionized?
Revolutionized, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Eclipse and Equinox, Solstice and Calypse, Millennium Silhouette, or Constellation and Reflection. Let's have a look. Answers are all in. And the answer is Millennium and Silhouette. So let's see who our winner of our bottle of champagne was. Susan, you are still number 1. Thank you and congratulations. Susan, I should have your details, but if you just want to pop your email address in the chat box, I'll take a quick note of that and we'll get the prize sent over to you. Just waiting for that. Brill, let's see it come in. Yeah, that's perfect. Here it is. Thank you, Susan. That's great. So I'm going to stop sharing, just going to see everybody before we say our final goodbyes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll hopefully see you on our next webinars. Any questions, don't forget to either email myself, Gemma or Vicky. Thank you so much to you, Leon. You were absolutely incredible.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, and hi, Matt. I've just seen you. You're there too.
I've just jumped on. I wanted to come and say hi to everyone. Sorry, I had it in the background. How is everyone?
Everyone's really good, really good. Thank you. It was a
Amazing.
great
Thank
session.
you, Leon. Yeah, thank you, Leon. I caught all of it. I had it on. I was on another meeting, but thank you, everyone. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you. It's just been great. Thank you, Charlotte.
Well, thank you ever so much, and we'll see you all again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.